Hey, Steve and Veronica Killer here, and today we are at Clingmans Dome in the Smoky Mountains.
So let's go on this hike to the top. We're already out of breath. So
we have
join us.
we have my sister Allison with us. She came up from Florida to visit with us for a little while, so we're taking her up to Clingmans Dome.
So join us for this little hike.
All right, so here we go. We're on our way up to Clingmans Dome in the Great Smoky Mountains.
And they do have some areas where you can stop to look over the mountains.
Yeah, a lot of turnouts and,
Yes.
and overview looking areas, yes.
Yes, and today they had rain previously in the month, so it seems like there was still a lot of moisture in the air.
Definitely a lot of moisture today.
And so the mountains are looking very smoky. And when we say smoky, we mean foggy.
Yeah.
So we're driving, as we go up higher, we're going to be driving through some clouds, basically.
Yeah, unfortunately it's a pretty foggy, not smoggy. Spent too much time in California. It's too much of there's a lot of fog, in other words. Yeah.
So we were driving very early.
Yeah.
Because parking spaces
Well, we
are
wanted to
hard
get up
find.
there because there's still summertime and some people are still on vacation before their kids start school, and as you can see here, it's just really, really foggy.
So it's a beautiful, beautiful area to drive through. But again, if you're going to go early in the morning, expect to be driving through some fog.
Yeah. Other mornings might be different, but on this particular day, it was pretty foggy. And it got colder the further we went up.
Yes.
I think we started off probably in the high 70s in Sevier County and down by Sevierville. And by the time we got to the top, it was just 60 degrees by the time we got to Clingmans Dome.
It's a little chilly.
Yeah. But it's a beautiful drive. I just love, whether it's foggy or clear, it's just, just a beautiful drive.
Well, absolutely. It is known as the Smoky Mountain area.
That's right.
This is why.
Yeah.
And we were very fortunate. We arrived very early, and there was, at this time, plenty of parking spaces.
Plenty of parking. And this is a Friday
morning in August. But by the time we left, all the spaces were pretty much taken.
Yeah, they were filling up. We got there probably just around 9 o'clock in the morning. And there's no pets allowed on the path going up to Clingmans Dome.
Which is about half a mile up.
From the parking lot.
And it's pretty...
It's almost straight up.
Yeah, it's pretty steep.
Yeah.
So I was out of breath as we were walking up.
I think we all were. Yeah. My sister Allison's with us here. She came up to visit with us for a little bit from Florida. So she was really cold. At 60 degrees. Yeah.
I knew I was going to warm up as soon as I started walking, so I didn't put on a jacket. But you and Allison were a little chilly.
Yeah, I was a little chilly when we first started off.
And they do have bathrooms there in the parking area.
Yes.
So we recommend if you've been driving up,
Yeah, make sure you go before you hit the trail.
Yes, because there are no bathrooms at the top.
At the top of Clingmans Dome, yeah. There's some other trailheads that start in that same general area. I think these rocks over here I got a picture of it as a kid on those.
Were you climbing those rocks as a kid?
I do believe I was.
Is that the one picture I saw?
I think it is, yeah.
I was wondering where that was taken exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But there's beautiful pines all around and just wildflowers, and the air smells so fresh of these wildflowers that you're going to see here in a minute. It just reminds me, there's the boulders that you climbed as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But this
it was over 50 some years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're still there. But this area, as we were walking up the trail, and we're all here saying hello to you all, just the sense of those beautiful wildflowers reminded me of time I spent in the mountains where my grandma used to live in Mexico. So these scents were bringing back those beautiful memories of spending time with my grandmother in that mountain up in Mexico. But here's a look at the beautiful wildflowers. And there was a lot of birds chirping, and
yeah, it's so peaceful,
and the bees were busy working, doing their job, pollinating everything, and it was just a beautiful walk to the top.
Now my little sister Allison, she hadn't been up here since probably 1978 or so, I think was the last time she was up there, and she was just a little thing then.
I don't think she even remembered that she had
didn't
been
remember. I had to show her a picture.
What are you doing? You pondering something?
Like, why did I decide to come here?
Is that what you're doing?
There are benches for you to sit on if you get tired like me walking up this big hill.
Okay.
It wasn't this far when I was a kid.
They extended it.
Yeah, so they had several little stops like that going up. So if you get tired, you can sit down there and catch your breath.
Which I needed to do often. My legs were hurting.
There's a little entrance there to the Appalachian Trail you can get to from this path. You know, the Appalachian Trail goes from way up north down to Georgia.
And I like looking at moss. I think it's very pretty, this type of moss. So that's why you'll see me taking shots of areas where there's moss. I really do like to stop and look at it.
Yeah, there's something about moss, huh?
They remind me. It reminds me of the nativity scenes, the little manger, that they use decorate with moss at Christmas time. I think that's why I like it so much.
And finally, we made it to the base of the Clingmans Dome Tower. And we got a picture of Veronica and I holding our little girl at that same spot.
Many years ago.
Many years ago, back in I think 1992.
We have a video on that.
On that as well.
In our library. Feel free to check that out.
Yeah.
It's Steve showing pictures of when he was a little kid and then us visiting this area. Now this scene reminds me of a scene out of Star Wars.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, so I mean, you got to play the cards you're dealt. On this day, it was pretty foggy. You couldn't really see much, but it was still a wonderful visit to the Clingmans Dome. You know, I mean, it's still a beautiful place and so peaceful.
And here we are at the very top now. So we recommend visiting Clingmans Dome if you're in the Smoky Mountain area. And again, it's just going to depend on the day, whether we've had recent rain or not, if you're going to be able to see far. But here's a look of
what you should be able to see.
Yes, on a very clear day.
Yeah. You know, I've been up there, different times in the past where you could see a long ways. So, I mean, it's definitely worth. I was showing you can see North Carolina on one side and Tennessee on the other, and California's way out there. Yeah.
Which you can't see from here.
You can't see from there, even on a clear day. I think somewhere I read you can see 7 states.
So we hope that you're enjoying the videos we're bringing you. If you are, please feel free to subscribe to our channel and click that little like button. It sure would help us to grow our channel so we can continue to bring you videos of places we visit. And here we are now going in to the gift shop that they have at the base.
Yeah, it's down by the parking lot.
Where we started. So they have a little bit of souvenirs. They have bottled water if you're thirsty.
If you didn't bring water with you.
That's pretty much it. They don't have a lot. So,
no. But they have some neat stuff.
Yeah. And then we headed back down the mountain, and we stopped at another area.
Yeah, we stopped at the Newfoundland Gap lookout area.
And by then it was
starting to
clear up a little bit more as we made our way into Gatlinburg. So we'll have another video coming up. We had lunch in Gatlinburg and visited.
Then went on up to Anakeesta.
Visited Anakeesta. We'll show you what we saw over at Anakeesta. So stay tuned for that. But here we are. It's just a beautiful area to visit. And we hope that if you haven't already done so, you get a chance to come to Tennessee and visit these beautiful national park areas.
Yeah, here we are at Newfoundland Gap area now. As you can see, it looks a lot. The fog is lifted a little bit here, and it's a little warmer.
And the curls are all out of my hair.
Yeah, yeah.
That fog really messed with my hair. Yes, I have straight hair, folks. I normally curl it, but that fog did a number on my hair, so it's okay.
Yeah,
I had a great time.
Yeah, it was a beautiful
hiking
day.
Up to the top of that Clingmans Dome area. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this little hike, and we hope that you enjoyed the video, and we hope that you have a great rest of your day.
Thanks for watching, everyone.